Hi there and welcome to Bustthenet. Yes, these are the Stalybridge Diaries, a chance for me to play with a lower league side. As you can see, the season has ended, and I'm not going to do a playthrough today. So basically, what I'm going to do is we're going to analyze how we've done after switching to our liquid system, the liquid 4123. Which is a tactic that I have shown on the channel. I've used it with Liverpool, who are currently on a winning streak. I have no idea whether it's going to keep up, but I'm certainly hoping it's a 38-0-0 season. Here with Stalybridge, they also perform really well with the liquid 4123. We started using it against Everton, and this was the first match we used the liquid system, and then we went on some very big wins against Chelsea, against Middlesbrough, and then we closed out the season with a 6-game winning streak. Um, well, the goal of today's show is really simple. We want to know what worked and how we can apply it for next season. It's the same way I approached the first season in the Premier League. If you remember, I kind of like did an overview of how the season went, and then I analyzed it, and it really helped me actually more than anything else. So analyzing the season actually set me up for the season to follow. And this time around, I want to do the same thing because look, I want to win the title next season, but I know that we're short of achieving that goal because the teams that we lost to were all the top three sides. Like we struggled against United. We had our challenges against Man City. We did draw against them. We lost to them in the FA Cup semi-final. This was a phenomenal game. Um, it was a very even game between two sides. So were we on? Am I on track? I believe we are, and we've done pretty well. So before anything else, let's do a recap. Let's talk about the liquid system that I've been using. I didn't leap into this aggressive play style overnight. We built ourselves to get to a stage where I could use the liquid system. We were playing a safer system called Firefox. If you guys remember, I'll just show you what the Firefox system is. So yeah, we had this Firefox system that we were using. The It uses three presets: the good, the bad, and the ugly. The good preset is more attacking. The bad preset is a bit more sussing a team out. The ugly preset is precisely that. It's just damn ugly because all I do is sit back and hit for one over the top, and I hope that I can score. Um, Tactically, the Firefox system features wingbacks. Some towards the end, I did switch to an NF, no nonsense fullback here, but generally it's got wingbacks, as you can see. There's a fullback here, there's a wingback here, and then we basically have a Mazzala, a DLP, and Anchorman because I was very afraid of conceding goals from long shots. We don't play pass into space. We have a shorter tempo. We play on attacking mentality. The biggest thing here is that we use regroup. As I attack, if I lose the ball, I want my boys to drop back. I don't want them to counter press because I wasn't sure about how we do. So it allowed us to grind out quite a fair few results. Start of the season was all Firefox. We did okay against teams like Manchester City. We didn't do so well. This was a very good example of the kind of games that I would have against top sides, one-sided affairs. Yeah, I was beginning to think there must be a different way for me to skin this cat because we go and play United at home. We play even at home. We gave them clear-cut chances inside our box. So I had to do something. Okay, one of the things I did was sign Facundo Gaitan right at the start of the season. So the Firefox system was really for him. I wanted him to score some phenomenal goals, and he ended up scoring what turned out to be the goal of the season. In his debut, you see Gaitan picking up the ball in his own half, then he proceeds to beat the entire team. Takes a fortunate knockback, then comes into the box and smashes one from outside the box. This is a versatile player who can play in multiple positions, including the lone forward. He did that against Everton. The match against Middlesbrough turned out to be the Gaitan show, right? He scored a hat trick. One of the things I like about Liquid 4123 is we can get blindside runs from the right winger. We also are able to pull teams out of position. We work the ball out from our own half get the ball up, and you will see there's a lot of support for our players because we generally play with a lot of players on support. Here, another cross found Gaetan in space. Gaetan scored his second goal. Gaetan was absolutely phenomenal in this game. He's one of the biggest signings. Gaetan was absolutely phenomenal in this game. He ended up the season as one of the most valuable players for the team. His driving runs as a winger, cutting inside and scoring goals. Second to none. I've not seen a player do performances like this in a long time in Football Manager. So in order for me to get my team playing that kind of football, early on in the season, I had my preseason. I did my normal preseasons. But what I did now was I divided the season into three phases: phase one, phase two, and phase three. So in phase one, I wanted them to get tactically familiar. By the time I got to phase two, training intensities are a bit lighter because phase two is like during the peak fixture congestion period, and you get a fair chance of getting injuries. So I dialed down a bit of the intensity. Phase three would be where I bring up the intensity of the training, but there won't be so many general sessions. Like, these are all general sessions at the moment. So sometime like in November, I probably get like, a few more rest periods coming in over here. And then by December, you see there's a lot more rest in my sessions. But what I was actually also doing was I was developing training sessions which would work on attributes that would help my team play that kind of football. So I needed off the ball, I needed vision, I needed decisions, I needed passing. So my players all had to show improvements in those categories as well. So what I ended up starting to track was individual players as well. Now, in the squad themselves, I had several players who showed a lot of improvement. Here, let me just pick out the strikers. We had Gaetan. Gaetan actually ended up showing quite a lot of good attribute development, decisions, vision, passing, composure, and off the ball, along with Bowler and Dempsey, the three players who end up playing in this area. So all these players here, 1, 2, 3, 4, all had improvements in passing, vision, decisions, composure, off the ball. Then across the team, nearly every single player had improvements in anticipation and decisions. So I was very happy with the fact that quite a number of my players were getting better with the mental side of the game, especially decisions and vision. So there were literally most of the team except for maybe Tuanzebe. The anchorman position as well, normally he doesn't get very good ratings in matches. He gets like 6.8 to 6.9 on average. Most of the time he's hovering around there, which is kind of good, I mean, when you look at the rest of the team, they're getting on nines. He gets about 7, so yeah, I guess that's because he had nothing to do in the game. He showed gains in decisions, vision, balance, anticipation, positioning, and marking. In defense, we had some improvements in anticipation, concentration, and tackling, but the gains were limited basically to Cuesta and House. These two guys, they exploded. They had so many gains to their attributes. This was down to our emphasis on improving the attacking side of our game. So I noticed that a lot of the attacking attributes went up, and that's because of my training sessions. Because my training sessions were heavily skewed, right? For most of the season, I mean, we start out phase one, you get all these blues, right? By the time I got into phase three of my attacking sessions, I was having a lot of my what I like to call my keep ball training sessions, right? So I got a lot of these keep ball training sessions and attacking technicals where players are meant to create chances, move around. So essentially, how do I know what these are going to improve? Like, okay, if you go to attacking patient, it shows you finishing, passing, composure, decisions. Like, I was gunning for this, right? So I wanted my team to show improvements in this area. So a lot of my sessions had this. Defensively, we did improve, yes. There were attribute gains for quite a few players. In fact, I was very surprised because my keeper, I didn't give him a lot of love. Once a week, I would go in and, as an afterthought, I'll give you short stopping, I'll give you one-on-ones, I'll give you handling. But you see, the thing is this, right? So some of my sessions here had attacking shadow play. But attacking shadow play, the goalkeepers get, I mean, the defensive shadow play, got defensive attacking, goalkeeping. They do get some improvement. It's not like they get a lot of improvement, but I would go in and I would add one per week for my goalkeeper. Right, so I give him like, okay, this week I'm going to give you short stopping, and I'll go in here maybe one of these days. I'll go like, okay, fine. Like here, for example, I'll come in here and I give my goalkeeper, I'll do one goalkeeping session for short stopping. Sometimes I come in here, since you're not basic, I don't have to really worry about you so much, right? So goalkeeping, and then I'll check out the intensities of the training sessions. This you can't see the intensity from here. You have to go to the schedules to do it. But roughly my experience has shown that this is fine. Bolka, our goalkeeper, and I was doing it like this, right? He had improvements in kicking, handling, communication, vision, command of area, agility, and one-on-ones. He improved. I was like, okay. Yeah, I mean, most of you who've been following me probably know I don't give a shit about my goalkeepers. I never have. I if they don't improve, I just buy a new one. But he is improved, and I like to think of the look at this as well. If his CA is 3.5 stars and his PA is 4, it means he still hasn't reached his full potential. And very happy, 3 players in my team got their first international caps. So Bulka was one of them. So very happy as well. Now, what am I? What do I want to do this season? So going when I looked at this and I went throughout my team, certain things I was gonna, certain things I had to do, right? So I went to my boys, went through all of them, and this I don't know whether you guys are gonna notice this. Okay, so let's just look at this. Goals. The same thing that's happening in Liverpool is happening here. The goals are spread. Okay, yes, Facundo Gaitan has got 19 goals in 33 appearances, but I don't really have like one player scoring 40 goals in 30 appearances. Like the Red Faro system is felt like an exploit because Mo Salah was getting like 70 goals in one season. Just felt unnatural. This is a team doing well together. So you can see that the goals are spread and the assists as well. They're across the pitch. And this is one of the first few tactics I've created for FM19, where the primary assist generators are actually the inside forwards. So the guys in this tactic here are going to give you most of the assists, which kind of, I like it. I like it a lot more. Naturally, in the Firefox system, we've got them spread as well. You've got the wingers or the inside forwards in that case, and the wing backs as well getting some assists. So what is my goal for next season? Now, the weakness so far that I've seen is that the defensive attributes could do with some improvement, and this is probably down to the fact that I'm very lazy when it comes to defense, right? So I don't really pay attention to it very much. So what I'm doing this season is I'm going to make sure, because you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So it's really, really simple. Like here, I've got attack, 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 defend, defend. So this emphasis is 3 attacks and 2 defense. So in October, it should be more defend and less attack. So I got 1, 2, 3 defending and 2 attacking. So I'm going to start balancing out my training schedule. So right now I've got 5 here. So I've got defending technicals here. So when I go into November, I'm only looking at 5. So defend, keep ball. So this is 3 attacks, 3 attacking, and 2 defending. And I go into December, then I'll have to have. So what I do is I balance things out. So essentially, what I'm going to do is, last season I had a focus of 3 attacking and 2 defensive per 5-week period. So what I'm now going to do is I'm going to break everything down into 10-week periods. So I'm going to get a balance of 5 and 5. The long term, and that is going to be as far as training is concerned, because I'm going to take snapshots of my players and start tracking them very closely. So the end of the season, you're going to see, I'm going to give you exact numbers of how the players have improved. The other thing I want to do is, if you look at the under 18s, we've got nobody in the under 18s. So I've got no long-term plan here, right? Look at this, it's all gray. So I'm going out there to fill this up. So I'm going to use whatever money we have and go out to fill up my team with youngsters so that I can create my second generation, so that we can get some growth going, because I got no growth going. I mean, my under 23s, let's just face it, these are all has-beens and wannabes, right? So under 18, so our scouting is, right now my scouting is based on only one thing, 15s. You can see here. So I've already got this guy coming in. We've got transfer for Brink Meyer, who's joining the club. So we've got 3 youngsters coming. So I'm going out there using our funds to go out and get youngsters into the club. So generally, I think the team has played well. Tactically, spot on. They're playing perfectly the way I want them to play. We are using a system that is slightly different from the Liverpool system. Now, the Liverpool liquid 4-1-2-3, which is exactly the same tactic, is played on I usually play it on attacking and very attacking mentalities. With Stalybridge, I usually start on positive and go to attacking. Occasionally, I might go very attacking, but theirs is more positive because they're not as a good a team as the Liverpool team. So the interesting thing here is both teams are using the same tactic. Both teams have the same training schedules, and it's worked in both cases. Like I've gone from what I've done is I've had my training tie into my tactics so tightly that I can see the improvements on the pitch. Then in terms of the kind of players I have to use, it's exactly the same because I'm using the same kind of players. Now here with this system, people might ask me, you've got a winger who's got close down more tackle harder and much tighter. But here my winger has to have cut inside with the ball. So right now, Gaetan is being given training and development, and he's been told to cut inside from both wings. So if he cuts inside from both wings, it's exactly what I want, because in the Liverpool system, Salah starts out wide, takes the ball, cuts inside, pulls four players to him, and then we get players free, and we get a slide rule pass or we get a through ball, and it's fantastic to watch. Josh Bowler on the other side of the pitch, he does that. He cuts inside from the left wing and he pulls four players in, and that's why Gaetan gets so much space to score goals on the right. And this is currently a crazy system for FM19 because it's ripping sides asunder. This is just tearing teams apart. And it's probably the only tactic I'm going to play with because it's just fun to watch. It's fun to watch the AI go completely hapless in the game because that's exactly what's happening. Now, I'm probably going to get requests from people, and I'm not going to be surprised. A lot of you are going to come back to me and say, we want the F9 to score more goals. Maybe I should change its role. Look, the thing is, when I created this tactic, the F9 was not meant to be the top goal scorer. I don't intend for the F9 to score 40 goals a season. He's going to score 20. The whole team here is scoring goals. The whole goal here is there are going to be four main goal scorers in this team. 1, 2, 3, 4. But that's how we set it up. So I'm not setting it up specifically for one player. Like I don't have a favorite. Like I do have Gaetan is my favorite, but he's only scored 19 goals. When if I was doing something intentionally for him, then I create one lopsided tactic, so he's the only one getting into space like the Red Faro system. Then he will score like 40 goals. But where's the fun in that? I want to see teams getting split apart because that's a lot more fun to watch. So next season, our training will take a slight change because I want to have a bit more balance in my training, which is the mistake I made last season. The second thing I'm going to do is, this is huge because we completely screwed up with youth recruitment. I don't have any youth. So we're going to have to improve that. So the goal here is to prepare for next season is to do precisely that. Get some more youth into the club and then get ready for the assault. Because the next season, I'm not going to be able to go with all these players into the Champions League. I can only pick, I think, 21 players. So I'm going to have to go through this club and go, which are the 21 players that are going to go to, who are going to go. And on top of that, I've got to come with 8 homegrown players. I don't even know whether we have the team, we have the players to go to compete in Europe. This is going to be crazy. It's really, really, really crazy because I'm waiting to see what's going to happen. Players like Liam Shepherd are leaving. Polina might be leaving. Ole Jensen might be going. Adrian Makaya didn't really perform this season, so I'm giving him a bit of a chance. The standout players for us this season, of course, is apart from Facundo Gaetan, was Josh Bowler. Josh Bowler, I had no idea he was going to play so well. You see, the thing here is this. Some people might say, you've only scored 12 goals, big deal. But look at that, he's at 10 assists coming from the left-hand side. He's just going, Gaetan, here's the ball, boom. Gaetan goes and scores. So he has created, he's worth about, this is 22. To me, he's worth like about half the points on the table that we've collected. Josh Bowler is huge for our team. So I don't look at him and his return to goals as a yardstick for his success. I look at how he's contributed to the team as a whole. So he's created a lot of goals and he's also scored a lot of goals. And he's had some very, very brilliant goals where he's taken on players, taken on teams and gone in to score goals. So I get this really nice dimension to my tactic, which I have players dribbling at teams and scoring goals. So this is something that we want to maintain for next season. Next season, I'm hoping that we are even more stronger than we were this season. Well, I hope that you found this useful. This is just a review of last season and what I plan to do next season. Next season, training, more defending. Side, I'm going to include more defense. Development for my players. A lot of these players, I'm going to start paying attention to their development. Here, Alberto Girardi's development was so not very happy with his overall development. But honestly, I got this guy on a free. Girardi, free boy. He scored for me 11 goals. Okay, he had a hat trick in one game. He was very slow. I need a better, to be honest with you, I need a better F9. So if I'm going to make a mark in Europe, I probably will have to find a better F9 than this guy. So this guy is just okay. He's not fantastic. Gaetan, Huddersfield won him. There's no chance he's going to go. Gallagher, I'm going to have to let him go. So there are a couple of people here that are going to go. Gallagher, maybe Girardi. Then if I go through the list, then we've got Hallam hasn't been fantastic. Adrian Makaya hasn't been fantastic. Oli Jensen hasn't been fantastic. Ben Close has to go. Then we got Liam Shepherd and David Colina. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 players that might have to leave. Homegrown players, am I going to meet the rules? I don't know. Until today, I still don't understand the damn rules. So I don't really give a shit. I'll just figure it out when it happens. And if I have to go in with a handicap, I'll probably be handicapped for the next 3 seasons, which is what really actually happens to us. So here, my scouting is coming back. So here you go. We got 60-year centre back. This is what I do, right? So I got current ability, potential ability, 76%. Do you know what I'm going to do right now? Add to shortlist, make an offer. I don't even care. So it's like 500,000. Just make your offer. Let's see if they come back. Then after that, we got this other. So we got to acknowledge him. This guy, we're going to discard him. Then this guy, 75%. Add to shortlist, make an offer. Yeah, 250,000. Then we got this boy. Naturally, I mean, if you want to, you should actually go into the scouting report himself. This is okay. Low level of determination which may hinder his game. Probably I can tutor him over the long haul. He's a fullback. We got too many fullbacks as it is. 75. We got another fullback. Czech Republic attributes. 12. Bravery 811. Determination still very low. I'll just add him to the short list. And keep scouting him. Gavrilovic, we discard. Rehak, centre back. Oh boy. 1.81 centimeters tall. Maybe we'll keep scouting him. Nestler. Attributes. Determination. I will definitely go in and make an offer, because I don't have to worry about tutoring him or mentoring him straight away. So if he's got high determination, I'm probably gonna take them straight away. Because I do want my under 18s to be predominantly determined players. I don't want to have low determination players and I'm forced to go and mentor them. So I'm trying to build up a group of youngsters right now. So that's the goal. So my scouts go out. I see if the recommendation is 76% or thereabouts, right? That's as long as it's 70%, I might go, because these players are 2.5 stars, 3.5 stars. They got 2 black stars. There's a potential that they can be 5-star players, right? But they only become 5-star players if a lot of things come together. Maybe this is a reflection of what their teammates are like. I don't know. I have to take a chance on all these players. So that's what I plan to do. So this is an update of our player who's been playing. I am happy with how he's doing as well. So he's playing quite well for us, and I want to make sure that he develops in the long run. So that's basically it. That's basically what I'm doing. And here we go. Now we're gonna have this situation, right? Some of these players are 17 years. They want to be backup straight away. Balanced personality, determination 13. Probably I'm going to use him. Then I'm going to go hot prospect. He's extremely doubtful. I'm going to give him a signing on fee of about £30,000. That should make him happy. Wage after, yeah, whatever. Okay, doesn't really matter. Backup, nope. Hot prospect again. I'll jack this up to Money talks, man. Come on. Give you about 9. Suggest terms. Yep. As long as you all hot. Napoli negotiation or Lovini. My God, 21.9 million for this player. This is a very interesting youngster, right? Very high determination, worth 21 million. Lovini, midfielder, long-term goal I have of developing players like this. Lack of flair, I don't care, but 21 million. But this is a drawback. Percentage of profit from next year. The more I see this, I'm not interested. I don't want to kill my financials by signing a player and then 21.5 million and then I got to give them a percentage of the profit from next year. I'd rather not do that. So very few of my players are going to come in with that clause because I'm not, most out of the 20 youngsters that I develop, only 2 or 3 are going to make it to the main team. The rest are going to be sold. So yeah, so that's the goal. So here we go. We have another kid now who wants to be a rotational player. It's a hot prospect. I'll give you a signing on fee for about 40,000, 50,000. I give you. Then once you start playing for me, just terms. Final is the deal. So he comes in. So we got another youngster coming in. There you got another one here. So this is what's going to happen with all of them. Walk away. Hot prospect. So this is what I'm going to be doing for all my youngsters. I'm just going to keep bringing them into the club. Well, I hope you enjoyed this edition of the Stalybridge Diaries and you found it useful. If you have any questions, please look me up on Twitter at Bustthenet or addicted2fm.com, my website. Once again, I want to thank all my patrons for their continued support of this channel. You make this kind of shows possible for the rest of the community. You guys take care. Have a good one. I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.